Raise your hand if you think you are free. Put it down. You are embarrassing yourself. Look at your life. The clothes you wear, marketing algorithms chose them. The opinions you scream about, the news cycle gave them to you. The person you are dating, they are manipulating you right now, and you think it is love. You are not a player. You are a non-player character, an NPC. You are walking through a script written by other people, by your boss, by your parents, by society. Wake up! Today, we burn the script. Today, I hand you the pen. Welcome back to the darkness. Welcome back to Dominion Raw. We are done playing defense. We are done protecting ourselves. Now, we take command. This video is not for the moralists. It is not for the weak hearts who believe in fair play. Fair play is a lie losers tell themselves to feel better about losing. We are going to talk about control, manipulation, psychological warfare. By the end of this hour, you will look at human interactions and you will not see conversations. You will see codes. You will see levers. And you will be the one pulling them. Prepare to become the puppet master. Before you can pull the strings, you must see the strings. Every human being on Earth is a puppet. Yes, even the president, even the Pope, even me. We all have strings. These strings are called needs. The moment you identify what a person needs, you own them. Does your boss need to feel smart? Does your girlfriend need to feel safe? Does your enemy need to feel feared? Find the need. That is the hook. Most people are blind. They project their own needs onto others. You try to motivate your employee with money, but what he really needs is praise. You try to keep your woman with logic, but what she really needs is chaos. Stop looking at yourself. Look at them. Study them like a lab rat. Once you find the hunger, do not feed it immediately. Starve it. Make them beg for it. And then, give them a crumb. Just a crumb. And that crumb will taste like a feast, and they will follow you to the ends of the earth to get another one. Humans are arrogant. We love ourselves more than anything else. Use this. The most powerful manipulation technique is the reflective mirror. When you talk to someone, do not be yourself. Be a reflection of them. If they speak fast, you speak fast. If they lean back, you lean back. If they use specific words, you use those words. This creates a glitch in their brain. Their subconscious says, "This person is just like me. Therefore, I can trust him. Therefore, he is right." It is pathetic how easily this works. You can make a man think you are his soulmate just by repeating his own opinions back to him in a deeper voice. But be careful. It must be subtle. If they catch you mimicking them, you look like a clown. It must be a dance. You follow their lead until they are comfortable, and then you take the lead. Once the rapport is built, you start changing your body language. And watch, they will follow you. You have synchronized their nervous system with yours. Now you control the rhythm. Weak men give orders. Do this. Stop that. This triggers resistance. The ego hates being told what to do. The master does not give orders. He does develop them. This is called inception. Instead of saying, "We should buy this car," you say, I saw a car like this yesterday. It looked very safe for the family. And you drop it. 2 days later, they will come to you and say, I think we should get that car. It's safer. Boom. They think it was their idea. When people think an idea is theirs, they will fight for it. They will die for it. Your job is to be the gardener. Plant the idea in the fertile soil of their insecurity or their greed. Water it with subtle comments, and let them harvest the fruit, thinking they grew it themselves. Let them have the credit. You take the control. We have spoken of silence before, but now we use it as an interrogation tool. Information is ammunition. The more they talk, the more ammo they give you. The more you talk, the more ammo you lose. Create a vacuum. Ask a question, they answer, and then you do nothing. You stare at them. You wait. The silence will become heavy. It will feel like a physical weight on their chest. They will panic. They will think, did I say something wrong? Does he not believe me? And to fix the silence, they will keep talking. They will reveal the truth they were trying to hide. They will reveal their weakness. I have seen strong men break down and confess their sins just because I looked at them for 10 seconds without blinking. Be the void. This is counterintuitive. Listen closely. If you want someone to like you, do not do a favor for them. Make them do a favor for you. It is called cognitive dissonance. If I do a favor for you, my brain says, I must like this person, otherwise, why would I help him? Ask for small things. Can you hold this? Can you check this email for me? Can you lend me a book? Each time they invest effort in you, they are buying shares in You Incorporated. The more shares they own, the more they want you to succeed. The nice guy runs around doing favors for everyone, hoping for love, and everyone despises him. The puppet master gets everyone to work for him, and everyone loves him.
Make them invest!
Consistency is boring. Consistency is safe. To create addiction, you must be unpredictable. Think of a slot machine. If you won every time you pulled the lever, you would get bored. If you never won, you would quit. But the slot machine gives you a win, sometimes, randomly. That is what keeps you pulling the lever until you are bankrupt. Be the slot machine. G warm and loving on Monday. G be distant mother everything that she doing. Be intense on Wednesday. This drives them crazy. They will spend all their energy trying to figure out the pattern. Why is he cold today? What did I do? They are analyzing you. They are thinking about you. And while they are thinking about you, you own their mind space. Do not be a steady flame. Be a flickering light. Use this with gaslighting is not just lying. It is overwriting reality. It is looking at the sky, seeing it is blue, and telling them with absolute conviction, the sky is green. If you say it with enough authority, if you look at them with enough pity, they will rub their eyes. They will doubt their own senses. I never said that. You are remembering it wrong. You are being too sensitive. These phrases are keys that unlock the back door of their sanity. Once they doubt their own memory, they have to rely on yours. You become the external hard drive for their reality. You decide what happened. You decide what is true. Reality is whatever you say it is. Give them a choice, but make sure both choices lead to your victory. If you want a child to eat vegetables, Do not say, eat your vegetables. Say, do you want broccoli or carrots? They feel empowered. I chose carrots. Idiot, you chose to eat vegetables.
In business, do not say, can we meet? Say, is Tuesday at 3 better or Wednesday at 9? Use a bypass of it, no. You trapped them in the yes. Illusion of choice is better than force. All human behavior is driven by two things: running away from pain or running towards pleasure. You must hold both in your hands. Be the source of their greatest pleasure. Be the one who validates them, who excites them, but also be the one who can take it away. The fear of loss is stronger than the desire for gain. Let them know, subtly, that you are willing to walk away, that you are willing to withdraw the pleasure. This creates a low-level anxiety in them, a fear. I must keep him happy, or the sun goes out. That anxiety is your leash. Hold the leash loosely, but never let go. Why do cults live in the woods? Because alternative voices break the spell. If you want total control, you must be the loudest voice in their head. You don't have to lock them in a basement. You isolate them psychologically. Your friends don't understand us. Your mother is just jealous of our love. Your boss is trying to hold you back. Slowly, brick by brick, you build a wall between them and their support system. When they have no one else to turn to, they must turn to you. You become their world. You become their god. It is cruel. It is effective. It is dominion. Humans are programmed to obey authority. We see a uniform, we obey. We see a degree, we believe. Hack this. Look the part. Dress better than everyone in the room. Speak slower than everyone in the room. Take up more space. When you walk into a room, assume you are the owner. Do not wait for permission to sit. Do not wait for introductions. Introduce yourself. I am dominion. Confidence is indistinguishable from competence to the untrained eye. If you act like you know what you are doing, 99% of people will follow you because they are terrified of being lost. Be the captain, even if the ship is sinking. You cannot destroy a fortress from the outside. You must get inside. Your enemy has defenses. They have walls. Do not attack the wall. Become a gift. Become what they want. If they are lonely, become a friend. If they are greedy, become an opportunity. Once they open the gate, once they invite you into their circle, you can dismantle them from the inside. You can learn their secrets. You can turn their allies against them. The betrayal that comes from a friend hits harder than the attack from an enemy. Be the friend, until it is time to be the executioner. Emotions are viruses. They are contagious. If you are nervous, you make everyone nervous. If you are calm, you calm the storm. Before you enter a negotiation, hack your own state. Feel total dominance. Feel total amusement. When you project that energy, it hits their mirror neurons. They start to feel what you feel. I have walked into hostile rooms and quieted them just by breathing slowly and looking amused. They catch my vibe like a cold. You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. The thermometer reacts to the temperature. The thermostat sets the temperature. Set the temperature to freezing. When you are losing an argument, stop. Do not fight to the death. Change the subject. Create a distraction. Drop something on the floor. Oh, hold on. I have to take this call. Break the flow. The human brain has a short attention span. If you interrupt the momentum of their attack, they lose their power. When you come back, start a new topic. Never let them corner you. If the game is rigged against you, kick over the board. Perfection is intimidating. It creates distance. Sometimes, to control someone, you must lower yourself. Reveal a fake weakness. I'm not good with technology. Can you help me? This makes them feel superior. It makes them feel safe. Oh, he needs me. Good. Let them feel superior. While they are patting themselves on the back for helping poor you, you are picking their pockets. You are learning their methods. A king is never afraid to dress as a beggar to walk among the people. The beggar is trapped. The king is disguising. Know the difference. Guilt is a heavy chain. If you can make someone feel guilty, they will do anything to relieve that feeling. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That sentence destroys souls. You don't have to scream. You just have to highlight their ingratitude. Most people see themselves as good. When you show them they are being bad, they panic. They will overcompensate. They will give you money, time, loyalty, just to feel good again. Sell them their redemption. We are just scratching the surface. You have the basic tools. Now, let's talk about the heavy artillery. Let's talk about the common enemy. Nothing bonds two people faster than shared hatred. If you want someone to trust you instantly, do not talk about what you love. Talk about what you hate. Find out who they dislike. Is it their boss? Is it a political figure? Is it their ex? Agree with them. Amplify their anger. I can't believe he did that to you. You deserve so much better. When you validate their victimhood, you become their savior. You create an us versus them mentality. It is you and me against the world. This is how armies are built. This is how marriages are secured. Create a dragon so you can be the knight who slays it together. Unify through hate. Now let's discuss the time pressure hack. The human brain is terrible at making decisions under stress. If you give someone a week to think, they will find a reason to say no. They will consult their friends. They will doubt. Take away the time. I need an answer now. This offer expires in 10 minutes. I'm walking out that door. Panic sets in. The logical brain shuts down. The emotional brain takes over. And the emotional brain is impulsive. It wants to grab the deal before it vanishes. Force the error. In negotiation, he who controls the clock controls the outcome. Never say, take your time. Say, the clock is ticking. Let's talk about Pavlovian anchoring. You can program people like dogs. I am not joking. When someone is in a peak emotional state, laughing hysterically or feeling incredibly loved, touch them. A specific touch. Maybe a squeeze on the shoulder. Do this 5 times. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You are wiring their nervous system. You are connecting that touch to that emotion. Now, wait until they are angry. Wait until they are doubtful. Touch their shoulder in the exact same spot. Their brain will subconsciously flood with the chemicals of the previous emotion. You can trigger happiness in them with a button.
You installed the button. Press it when you need it. Let's move to the door in the face. If you want $100, ask for $1,000.
They will say, "Are you crazy?" "No." Then you look sad. You look compromised. "Okay, I understand. Can you at least lend me $100? They will say yes instantly. Why? Because they feel bad for rejecting the first request. They think they are meeting you halfway. You didn't want the $1,000. You wanted the $100. But if you asked for $100 first, they would have negotiated you down to $50. Aim for the stars to land on the moon. Manipulation is just understanding relativity. Make your real request look small by comparing it to a huge, fake request. Let's talk about the freeze out. This is for when they disrespect you. Most men shout. They get emotional. "Why did you do that?" Weak. Punish them with the withdrawal of your presence. Do not block them. Do not leave the house. Just turn off your soul. Be in the room, but be empty. Look through them. Answer with one word. "Are you mad?" "No." "What's wrong?" "Nothing." The lack of emotional feedback is torture. They will start dancing. They will start apologizing. They will do anything to get the warm version of you back. Train them to fear the cold. Let's discuss information asymmetry. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Always know more than they think you know. Learn their secrets. Check their background. Understand their business better than they do. But never reveal your full deck. Drop a small fact. "I heard your company is merging next month." Watch their eyes widen. How does he know that? Fear, respect, awe. When people think you are omniscient, they stop flow the lie to you. They assume you already know the truth. They confess before you even ask the question. Knowledge is not power. Hidden knowledge is power. Let's talk about strategic confusion. Sometimes you need to break their logic. Speak in circles. Use big words they don't understand. Change the topic rapidly. We need to synergize the upstream paradigm with the holistic narrative. It means nothing, but they don't want to look stupid, so they nod. Yes, exactly. Once you have confused them, they are looking for clarity. They are looking for a leader. Then you switch to simple, direct commands. Sign here. Do this. They will obey, because it is the only clear thing in the fog you created. Chapter 12. Let's talk about future FOM. People do not buy products. They buy better versions of themselves. When we are married, when this business takes off, when we move to Europe, paint a vivid picture of a paradise where all their problems are solved. They will work 18 hours a day for you today to get to the paradise tomorrow. The trick is, tomorrow never comes. The carrot must always be just out of reach. If they catch the carrot, they stop running. Keep them running. Let's talk about the rescue. This is dark. Create a problem just so you can solve it. Hide their keys. Let them panic. I can't find my keys. I'm going to be late. Then you find them. Here they are, honey. I found them under the couch. Oh, thank you. You saved me. You are the hero. You relieved the stress that you created. Do this emotionally, too.
Make them feel insecure about their looks, then compliment them. You look tired today, but I still think you're beautiful. You break their leg, then you hand them a crutch. They will love the crutch. They will forget who broke the leg.
Be the poison and the antidote. Let's talk about the whisper campaign. If you attack an enemy directly, they put up shields. Attack their reputation. Plant a rumor. Not a big lie, a small, believable doubt. He's a great guy, but have you noticed he drinks a lot at lunch? Say it to the gossip. Say it to the secretary. The rumor will spread like a virus. By the time it gets back to him, it is not your words. It is, everyone says. You destroyed his credibility without ever drawing your sword. You poisoned the water supply while he was sleeping. Let's talk about the takeaway close. Humans want what they cannot have. If you are selling yourself, never be fully available. I can probably fit you in next week, but I'm fully booked this week. I like you, but I'm not sure I'm ready for a relationship right now. This triggers the chase instinct. If you say, I am yours, they get bored. If you say, I might be yours if you earn it, they get obsessed. Pull the table away just as they sit down. Make them lean in. The one who leans in loses the frame. Stay leaned back. Let's talk about selective honesty. If you lie all the time, you are a liar. To be a master deceiver, you must be honest about small things. Confess to a mistake. I messed up the printer. I forgot to call my mom. This builds a reputation for honesty. He owns his mistakes. He is a good man. Now, when you tell the big lie, the lie that steals the company or hides the affair, they will believe you because he always tells the truth. Use truth as a shield to hide the dagger. Let's talk about the double agent. In a conflict between two people, be friends with both. Listen to person A. Nod. I understand why you're mad. Listen to person B. Nod. He shouldn't have said that. Gather information from both sides. Feed selective information to escalate the conflict. While they destroy each other, you are the only neutral party. You are the peacemaker. When the dust settles, you step in and take over the wreckage. Chaos is a ladder, but you have to grease the rungs. Climb on their corpses. Let's talk about moral superiority. Frame your selfish actions as moral duties. Do not say, I want you to work late. Say, we have a duty to the client to deliver excellence. Do not say, I am leaving you. Say, I need to work on myself so I can be the best version for the world. Who can argue with excellence? Who can argue with growth? Wrap your greed in the flag of virtue. People hesitate to attack a virtuous man. It makes them feel like the villain. Make them feel like the villain for opposing your selfishness. Let's talk about the shame bind. Everyone has a secret they are ashamed of. Find it. Do not expose it. That is amateur. Hint that you know it. If you've leaned forward, do not blunt it. Know because they believe this wants some crimes. You know hear that. Find that you hint it. Do not expose it. It's interesting how people hide their past, isn't it? Watch them freeze. Keep the secret in your pocket.
The threat of exposure is always more powerful than the exposure itself. Once you expose it, you lose your leverage. As long as you hold it, you own them.
Fear is the currency.
Let's talk about the expert fallacy. People shut off their brains when they hear data. Invent statistics. Studies show that 80% of relationships fail when use specific numbers. Not many, but 83.4%. Specificity creates the illusion of truth. Say it with absolute confidence. Do not stutter. Even if you are wrong, you will sound right. And in the game of control, sounding right is winning. Most people are too lazy to fact-check. They will accept your frame because it sounds rigorous. Let's talk about love bombing, the reboot. We know love bombing works at the start, but it also works after abuse. After you have been cold, after you have been cruel, shower them with affection. Flowers, apologies. You are the only one for me. This creates a trauma bond. The relief they feel when you stop hurting them is more addictive than the pain itself. They will stay just to get that hit of relief. They will walk on eggshells to avoid the pain and earn the praise. You are the god of their emotional weather. Do not ask, "Do you want to do this?" Act as if it is already agreed. So, when we meet on Tuesday, bring the files. Speak in statements, not questions. Questions invite dissent. Statements imply reality. Move fast. By the time they process that they didn't agree, you are already on to the next topic. Steamroll their hesitation. Let's talk about projective identification. This is deep psychology. Accuse them of what you are doing. If you are cheating, accuse them of being distant. If you are lying, accuse them of not trusting you. They will go on the defensive. "No, I trust you." Now they are defending themselves instead of investigating you. You shifted the spotlight. The guilty man shouts the loudest about justice. The liar shouts the loudest about truth. Be the loudest. Deflect and attack. Let's talk about the slow boil. If you throw a frog in boiling water, it jumps out. If you turn the heat up slowly, it cooks. Do not demand total control on day 1. Day 1, I don't like that shirt. Day 30, I don't like that friend. Day 60, I don't like you going out. Normalization. Make the abnormal seem normal by introducing it in microdoses. By the time they wake up, they are in a cage, and they don't remember how they got there. Let's talk about the name drop. Associate yourself with power. My friend, the CEO. When I was in Dubai, it doesn't matter if it's barely true, you are borrowing status. You are signaling that you belong to a higher tribe. People want to be close to power. If they think you are connected, they will treat you better. They will fear offending you. Fake the crown until it fits. Let's talk about the unsolicited advice. Establish dominance by coaching them. You know, you would be much more effective if you spoke less. Frame it as help. I'm just trying to help you grow. This puts you in the teacher frame and them in the student frame. The teacher is above, the student is below. Even if they reject the advice, the subtext remains, I am judging you, and you are lacking.
undermine their confidence under the guise of mentorship. Let's talk about the dead end. When they try to manipulate you, give them nothing. They cry, look at your watch. They threaten, yawn. Treat their biggest emotional explosions as boring inconveniences. Are you done? This humiliates them. It shows them that their weapons have no effect on your armor. When a child throws a tantrum and the parent ignores it, the child stops. Treat everyone like a child. Be the adult in the room. Before a high-stakes conversation, write the script. Visualize their objections. Prepare the kill shot answers. Most people improvise. You do not. You have rehearsed the argument 10 times in the shower. You know exactly where the trap doors are. When the moment comes, you are calm. They are flustered. You are reciting lines. They are struggling for words. Preparation is domination. The amateur practices until he gets it right. The professional practices until he cannot get it wrong. Do not improvise your life. You are absorbing this. Good. You are feeling the weight of the strings in your hands. But remember, a puppet master is never seen. If they see the strings, they cut them. You must be invisible. You must be the wind. Part 3 will teach you the ultimate art. How to make them believe they are the ones in control, while you steer the ship. We will discuss Inception Level 2 and the Cult of Personality. Do not stop now. You are learning fast. You are beginning to see the matrix. But now we must go deeper. We must go where the light does not touch. True control is not about holding a gun to someone's head. That is crude. That is for amateurs. True control is when they hand you the gun, load it, and thank you for holding it. We are entering the realm of Inception Level 2. Let's talk about the reluctant king. History teaches us a bloody lesson. The man who grabs the crown is killed. The man who has the crown thrust upon him is worshipped. Never appear too eager for power. When a leadership position opens, do not jump. Hesitate. I don't know if I'm the right fit. It's a heavy burden. Look at them. They are terrified of responsibility. They want someone else to carry the weight. If you act like the weight is heavy, they will beg you to take it. They will say, "Please, you are the only one who can save us." Now you have a mandate. You are not a tyrant seizing power. You are a martyr serving the people. And a martyr can get away with murder. Refuse the crown to secure the kingdom. Let's talk about the Socratic trap. Arguments are for losers. Questions are for winners. Never tell someone they are wrong. That triggers their ego defense. Ask questions that lead them into a corner. Do you think that strategy has worked for us in the past? What happens if we lose that client? Force them to say the words. Force them to verbalize their own stupidity. When they say it, they believe it. If you say it, they fight it. Guide them down the hallway until the only door open is the one you built. Let's talk about the Zeigarnik effect. The human brain hates unfinished tasks. It holds on to them. Use this. Open loops.
I have to tell you something later. Remind me. Then walk away. And he will think about that sentence all day. What is it? Is it bad? Is it good? You have hijacked their focus. They cannot work. They cannot sleep. They are waiting for your closure. Do this in texts. We need to talk. Then go silent for 4 hours. Torture them with the unknown. Let's talk about the law of triviality. If you want to hide a big move, create a loud debate about a small move. In a board meeting, if you are embezzling millions, start a fierce argument about the coffee machine budget. People love to argue about small things because they understand them. They don't understand the millions. While they are screaming about the coffee brand, you are signing the checks in the background. Distract the guard dog with a stake so you can rob the house.
The stake is the trivial issue. The house is the real agenda. Let's talk about the identity attack. Do not attack their actions. Attack their label. I thought you were a risk taker. I thought you were a loyal friend. This challenges their self-image. They will do anything to prove they are risk takers or loyal. They will do stupid things. They will sign bad deals just to prove you wrong. You are defining who they are, and they are dancing to fit your definition. Label them to control them. Let's talk about strategic incompetence. Sometimes the smartest move is to be useless. If you do the dishes well, you will do them forever. Do them badly. Break a plate. Oh, I'm so clumsy. They will get frustrated. Get out of the way, I'll do it. Perfect. You just liberated yourself from labor. Apply this to paperwork. Apply this to emotional labor. Act like a child, and they will become the parent. The parent works. The child plays. Be the child. Let's talk about the Pygmalion effect. People rise or fall to your expectations. If you treat someone like a thief, they will steal. If you treat them like a genius, they will try to be smart. But use the dark side. Treat them like they are fragile. Are you sure you can handle this? It might be too much for you. This plants a seed of doubt. They start to feel fragile. They start to make mistakes. You created the failure by predicting it. And then you can step in and say, I told you so. Let's talk about the double bind of love. If you loved me, you would do this. This is the nuclear weapon of relationships. It equates compliance with affection. If they say no, they are admitting they don't love you. If they say yes, they are slaves. There is no winning move for them, bridges. But if you need to cross the river, burn the bridge.
Emotional blackmail is effective. Let's talk about the phantom third party. Never negotiate one-on-one. Invent a third person. My partner won't agree to this. The board is very strict. You are the good guy. You want to help. But the bad guy, who doesn't exist, is stopping you. They will try to please you to get you to fight the bad guy. You can hide behind the phantom. You can deny requests without taking the blame. I wish I could, but they said no. Who is they? They is you. Let's talk about sensory overload. When you want to break someone, flood their senses. Loud music, fast talking, bright lights, complex data. The brain has a limit. When it overheats, it shuts down critical thinking. This is what casinos do. This is what interrogators do. Confuse them with noise, then whisper the command. The command will go straight to the subconscious because the conscious mind is too busy fighting the noise. Overwhelm to conquer. Let's talk about the false choice of evils. Present two terrible options. We can either fire half the team, or we can cut salaries by 10%. They will choose the salary cut. They will feel relieved. You never needed to fire anyone. You just wanted to cut salaries. If you just asked to cut salaries, they would have revolted. But because you threatened the greater evil, they accepted the lesser evil. Frame your desire as the mercy option. Let's talk about the cult of personality. People do not follow logic.
They follow energy. Be an icon. Have a signature look, a signature scent, a signature phrase. Consistency creates a brand. A brand creates trust. Even if you are crazy, if you are consistently crazy, people will respect it. That's just how he is. Normalize your madness. Make them adjust to you. Never adjust to them. Be the monument, not the wind. Let's talk about the grand bargain. Give them what they want in public. Take what you want in private. Let them have the title. Let them have the big office. You keep the budget authority. You keep the passwords. Titles are vanity. Control is reality. Let the peacock show his feathers while you hold the leash. The peacock thinks he is the king because he is colorful. The master knows he is dinner. Trade vanity for power. So let's talk about the sniper's nest. Do not fight every battle. Sit back. Watch. Let others exhaust themselves. Let rivals attack each other. Wait for the moment of maximum weakness. Then, one shot, one precise comment, one leaked document. Efficiency is the mark of the master. The butcher hacks. The surgeon cuts. Be the surgeon. Let's talk about the revisionist history. Memory is malleable. Retell the story of the past. Remember when you tried to do it your way and it failed? Maybe it didn't fail. But if you say it with enough conviction, they will doubt. I've always supported you. Rewrite the narrative until you are the hero and they are the sidekick. Whoever controls the past controls the future. Be the historian of your own legend. Let's talk about the fear of missing out, FOMO, weaponized. Create an exclusive club. We are having a meeting, but it's only for senior staff. I'm going to dinner, but it's a private thing. Exclusion creates desire. They will work harder to get into the room. They will betray their friends to get into the room. The velvet rope is the most powerful tool. Take in line. You are the VIP section. Let's talk about the glitch. Occasionally, do something completely out of character. If you are always serious, tell a joke. If you are always nice, snap. This resets their expectations. It keeps them on their toes. I don't know what to expect from him today. Good. Fear of the unknown is the strongest fear. Be a puzzle they can never solve. A solved puzzle is thrown in the trash. An unsolved puzzle is kept on the table. Remain unsolved. Let's talk about the gift of enemy. Give them someone to look down on. Gossip about a third party. Can you believe how stupid Mike is? This makes them feel smart. It makes them feel aligned with you. We are the smart ones. Mike is the idiot. This bond of superiority is addictive.
They will need you to validate their superiority. Just remember, to Mike, you probably say the same thing about them. Let's talk about the silent approval. When they do what you want, reward them with a nod, a smile. When they disobey, nothing. No anger, just a blank face. They crave the smile. They fear the blank face. You are training a dog. You don't scream at the dog every time. You just withhold the treat. Become the dispenser of dopamine. Control the supply. Control the addict. Let's talk about the deadline falsehood. If we don't sign today, the deal is off. 90% of deadlines are fake. They are negotiation tactics. Call the bluff. Or use it yourself. Create artificial urgency to bypass their critical thinking. I have another buyer waiting. Greed plus urgency equals stupidity. Trigger their greed. Trigger their urgency. Watch them sign. Panic is your friend. Let's talk about the vulnerability hangover, inducing it. Get them drunk. Get them tired. Get them late at night. Make them confess their secrets. The next day, they will feel exposed. They will feel ashamed. And they will be submissive to you because you hold their shame. You know where the bodies are buried. You don't have to threaten them. The knowledge is the threat. Be the priest who hears the confession and keeps the tape. Let's talk about the martyrdom trap. Sacrifice something small, visibly. I'll take the pay cut to save the team. I'll sleep on the floor. This creates an immense debt of gratitude. He is a saint. Chu, chief except into the trappa. She give the very vivol. Now when you ask for a huge favor, how can they refuse? You slept on the floor for them. Use your suffering as a currency to buy their soul. Bleed a little to gain a lot. Let's talk about the oracle. Make vague predictions. Changes are coming. Be careful in November. If nothing happens, they forget. If something happens, you are a genius. He knew it. It is a statistical probability that something will happen. Claim credit for it. People follow prophets because they fear the future. Be the one who sees around corners, even if you are just guessing. Let's talk about the love withdrawal. This is the cruelest cut. When they fail you, withdraw your love, not your attention, your warmth. G present, but cold. I love you, but I'm just not feeling connected right now. This triggers their abandonment trauma. They will scramble to fix it. They will change their behavior. They will erase their boundaries, just to see you smile again. Their happiness is a faucet. You hold the handle. You are now armed with weapons that destroy nations. You have the keys to the human psyche. But knowing the technique is not enough. You must have the will. The will to be disliked. The will to be misunderstood. The will to be alone. The puppet master sits above the stage. He is not in the play. He watches. He directs. Are you ready to cut your own strings? Are you ready to stop dancing and start pulling? Part 4 will be the final initiation. We will discuss the endgame, how to secure your legacy, how to ensure that when you leave the room, your presence remains. The ascension is near. We have arrived at the summit. The air is thin here. Most people suffocate at this altitude. They need the oxygen of validation. They need the oxygen of fitting in. You do not. You have learned to breathe in the vacuum. You have cut the strings that tied you to the herd. You have cut the strings of guilt, the strings of fear, the strings of needing to be liked. Being liked is for pets. Being respected is for kings. Now, we face the final boss, the ultimate puppet. Look in the mirror. That is the only puppet that matters. If you cannot control the man in the mirror, you cannot control the world. You want to manipulate your boss, yet you cannot manipulate yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. You want to control your relationship, yet you cannot control your own addiction to scrolling. You are a hypocrite. The true puppet master pulls his own strings first. He commands his body, and it obeys. He commands his mind, and it focuses. If you are a slave to your impulses, you are a slave to everyone. The moment you conquer yourself, the world falls to its knees, because the world yields to discipline. Conquer the inner bitch. The God complex. I'm going to tell you a secret that psychiatrists call a disorder, but I call a superpower. You must believe deep in your core that you are the main character. Not in an arrogant way, in a functional way. Believe that reality exists to serve you, that obstacles are just tests designed for your glory, that enemies are just NPCs sent to sharpen your blade. When you move with this level of conviction, people move out of your way. They sense the aura of destiny. They want to be close to the chosen one. Be the chosen one, even if you have to choose yourself. One Fey, you will leave the room. You will leave the job. You will leave this life. What remains? The ghost. If you have mastered these laws, your absence will be more powerful than your presence. They will wonder, what would he do? Is he watching? You want to live in their heads rent-free forever. You want to be the standard by which they judge every other man. He is not like him. That is immortality. To be the phantom that haunts their potential. The moral relativity. But is this evil? Good and evil are stories told by the strong to control the weak. The lion does not ask if it is evil to eat the gazelle. The storm does not ask if it is mean to destroy the house. Nature is not moral. Nature is effective. Be a force of nature. Do what works. If kindness works, use kindness. If ruthlessness works, use ruthlessness. Do not be bound by the morality of the sheep. Be the shepherd. We are closing the book. You have the manual. You have the philosophy. But knowledge without action is just mental masturbation. Do not just watch this video and go back to being a doormat. Test it. Today, go into the world and pull a string. Just one. See how they dance. See how they react. Feel the rush of power. It is addictive. It is intoxicating. And once you taste it, you will never eat the food of slaves again. Listen closely. We are building an army, not of soldiers who follow orders, but of generals who give them. If you are one of us, if you are ready to ascend, execute the like button. Do not just tap it, strike it. Leave your mark. Tell the algorithm that you demand dominion. Subscribe. This channel is not for entertainment. It is a weapon shop. Every video is a new blade. Do you want to walk into the war unarmed? I didn't think so. Subscribe. Shall be morbid. Because the next lesson will not be a lecture. It will be a revolution. We will discuss the art of war in the modern age. Are you ready to win? Then prove it. Join the order. The strings are in your hands. The stage is yours. The audience is waiting. Make them clap. Make them cry. Make them bow. Pull. Dominion raw. Control everything. Master yourself. A single sharp snap of fingers echoing into silence.